Welcome to Brave Inflections. My name is Claudel Fanek. In this video, I want to talk about a topic that is very close to my heart. It's close to my heart because it is the best advice that my late dad gave to me. He gave this advice to me when I was at a time in my life where I was at a real inflection point. I had to make a decision. I was agonizing. There was a lot of emotion involved. This was going to be a major decision. The direction that I decided to take would have a profound impact on my life, and would have a profound impact in terms of where I would end up many years later. And this is the advice that my dad gave to me. He said to me, until you have made a decision, you will remain in turmoil. The penny dropped, but only to a certain level and not completely. When he said those words to me, you will remain in turmoil until you've made a decision. But as I reflected more and more, I started to understand what he was saying. And many times over after that incident, when I've had to make real life decisions that would impact on my future, I saw the outcome of that. I could see that what he was saying to me is true. Until you've made a decision, you will remain in turmoil. Now, of course, when one needs to make a decision when you're at a major inflection point, it is very important that you take everything into consideration before you make the decision, right? So you don't want to just jump and make a decision so that you can avoid the turmoil that comes before you make the decision. But it is important that you actually do get to that point where you make the decision. So before you get to the decision, it's important to look at all the different facts on the table, to look at different scenarios. If you need to do a little bit of research to substantiate the decision that you take, the direction that you take. All in all, it's important that you make an informed decision. But the reality is, you could very well find yourself in paralysis as you're overanalyzing as well. So finding that very fine balance between gathering enough data on which to make an informed decision and getting yourself into a state of paralysis because you are overanalyzing the situation is a very fine balancing act. But once you've made your decision, of course, one has to be prepared to live with the consequences. When we make decisions, we don't always make the right decisions. Sometimes we need to make a U-turn or adjust as we go along. But that is a lot easier to do than to live in the turmoil and not make a decision. So whatever inflection point that you may find yourself at in your life, don't remain in that inflection point and become paralyzed there, because then it will become a negative inflection point, right? So you want it positive, you want the curve to go upward, and you want to grow and to keep on evolving. So make the decision and then live with the consequences of the decision. So I hope that gives you a little bit of food for thought, and that it helps you. I deal with different topics on the website, so if there's anything that you would like me in particular to talk about, please submit your suggested topics on the website. I'll have a look at it. If it's something that is down my alley or falls within my area of expertise, I certainly will have a conversation about that. Thank you for watching.